FAQs. What is apricot? The apricot, Prunus Armeniaca, has always held a special place in my life. Its delicate blend of sweetness and tartness reminds me of the perfect harmony found in nature. Cultivating and enjoying this golden fruit has been a journey filled with discovery, nostalgia, and a deeper connection to the earth. Apricot versus peach. I've always leaned towards peaches for their juiciness and the way their sweetness hits the palate. But apricots have this unique tanginess that pairs perfectly in salads and desserts. Apricot versus nectarine. Nectarines win me over with their smooth skin and slightly firmer texture. But apricots have that distinctive aroma and delicate flavor that makes them a favorite for snacking. Apricot versus plum. Plums are richer in flavor and juicier compared to apricots, though apricots have a subtler sweetness that's refreshing in jams and pastries. Can dogs eat apricots? Dogs can eat apricots, but it's important to be cautious. My dog once snuck a small piece of apricot off the counter and seemed fine, but I learned later that the seeds can be toxic to pets. It's best to consult a vet before giving apricots to your dog. Are dried apricots good for you? I find dried apricots really tasty and convenient for a quick snack. They're sweet and chewy, and I like that they're packed with fiber and vitamins. However, they can be high in natural sugars, so I try not to overindulge. What color is apricot? Apricots have a soft, warm orange-yellow color, kind of like a sunset. When you see them in a bowl or on a tree, they look inviting and juicy. How many apricot seeds should I eat a day? I've read that apricot seeds contain amygdalin, which can release cyanide in the body. That sounds scary, so I avoid eating apricot seeds altogether and stick to enjoying the fruit itself. When are apricots in season? Apricots are usually in season during late spring and early summer. I remember picking ripe apricots from trees in my grandparents' garden around June, when they were at their juiciest. How to eat an apricot seed. Eating an apricot seed isn't something I'd recommend due to the potential cyanide content. But if you're interested, some people crush them and mix them into other foods, although it's controversial. How to make apricot jam. Making apricot jam is a delightful experience. I remember my grandmother's recipe, simmering apricots with sugar and lemon juice until they turned into a thick, fragrant jam. It was perfect on warm toast on a Sunday morning. Do apricots make you poop? Apricots are known for their fiber content, which can definitely help keep things moving along. Whenever I've had a few too many, let's just say apricots do their job. What do apricots taste like? Apricots have a unique taste that's both sweet and tangy. The ones I've had are juicy with a hint of tartness, like a mix between a peach and a plum. When the apricots bloom, apricot trees bloom in early spring, usually around March or April. I remember the sight of their delicate pink or white blossoms covering the branches, signaling the start of a new season. How to make apricot jelly. Making apricot jelly is similar to making jam, but you strain out the fruit solids to get a smooth, clear jelly. I've seen recipes where they add a touch of almond extract to enhance the apricot flavor. What does an apricot tree look like? Apricot trees are beautiful with their rounded canopy of green leaves and smooth, grayish bark. In spring, they burst into bloom with clusters of small, fragrant flowers that attract bees and butterflies. How to grow an apricot tree from seed. Growing an apricot tree from seed can be a fun experiment, although it takes patience. I've tried it by planting a clean seed in a pot with well-draining soil, keeping it moist and warm until it sprouted. How many calories are in a dried apricot? Dried apricots are relatively low in calories, which makes them a great snack option. I remember checking the label once and seeing around 50 to 70 calories per serving, depending on the brand. Are apricots low FODMAP? Apricots can be low FODMAP in small servings, which is good news for those sensitive to certain carbohydrates. I've found that a moderate portion doesn't upset my stomach like some other fruits can. How big does an apricot tree get? Apricot trees can vary in size depending on the variety and growing conditions. From what I've seen, they typically reach heights of about 10 to 20 feet, forming a lovely, spreading canopy when mature. A fruit steeped in history. Apricots are ancient treasures, believed to have originated in Central Asia. They traveled along the Silk Road, bridging cultures from China to the Mediterranean. Their Latin name, Prunus Armeniaca, hints at Armenia, where the fruit was cherished long before it reached European orchards. Learning this history has deepened my appreciation for the apricot's resilience and adaptability. My first encounter with apricots. I vividly remember my first encounter with an apricot tree. It was a towering presence in a neighbor's yard, its branches laden with golden orange fruits that glowed in the summer sun. I was mesmerized by their soft, velvety skin and the juicy flesh that promised a burst of flavor. That first bite was unforgettable, sweet, tangy, and utterly satisfying. Growing apricots, a labor of love. Years later, I decided to plant my own apricot tree. Choosing the right variety was crucial. I opted for the Moorpark apricot, known for its rich flavor and adaptability. Planting the tree felt like an investment in the future, a commitment to nurturing a living organism that would in turn nourish me. The process of growing apricots taught me patience and attentiveness. Apricot trees require well-drained soil, full sunlight, and protection from frost. I learned to prune the branches in late winter to encourage growth and remove deadwood. Watching the tree bloom in early spring was a reward in itself, as delicate white blossoms covered its branches, signaling the promise of fruit. The culinary delight of apricots. For me, the joy of apricots extends beyond their raw state. They are incredibly versatile in the kitchen. I've made apricot jams, preserves, and chutneys, each recipe highlighting the fruit's natural sweetness. One of my favorite dishes is an apricot glazed roast chicken, a perfect blend of savory and sweet that always impresses at gatherings. Dried apricots are another marvel. They retain the fruit's concentrated flavor and make an excellent snack. Their chewy texture and tangy taste add a delightful twist to salads, trail mixes, and even desserts like apricot almond tarts. Nutritional benefits. Apricots are as nourishing as they are delicious. They are packed with vitamins A and C, potassium, and dietary fiber. Their high antioxidant content helps combat oxidative stress, promoting overall health. Eating apricots feels like indulging in nature's medicine, delicious and beneficial all at once. Challenges and rewards. Growing apricots has its challenges. Late frosts can damage blossoms, and pests like aphids and borers can threaten the tree's health. I've had my share of setbacks, including a year when unseasonal rains led to fruit rot. These challenges, however, made the rewards even sweeter. When the tree bore its first full harvest, the sense of accomplishment was unparalleled. Cultural and symbolic significance. The apricot holds cultural significance in many traditions. In China, it symbolizes education and medicine, while in Armenia, it is a national treasure. Sharing apricots with friends and family has become a personal tradition, a way to connect and celebrate life's simple pleasures. Lessons from the apricot tree. My journey with apricots has taught me valuable lessons. The tree's annual cycle of dormancy, bloom, and fruiting mirrors the rhythm of life. Patience during hard times, celebration during abundance. The apricot tree stands as a testament to resilience, offering its fruits generously despite the challenges it faces. Conclusion. Apricots are more than just fruits. They are companions on a journey of growth, resilience, and joy. Cultivating and enjoying them has deepened my connection to nature and enriched my culinary adventures. Whether freshly plucked from the tree, preserved in a jar, or dried for later enjoyment, apricots continue to bring sunshine into my life. Each time I bite into an apricot, I am reminded of the simple pleasures of life and the beauty of nature's gifts. This humble fruit has enriched my life in ways I never imagined, and I am grateful for its presence in my garden and on my table.